Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Again,
Radiant team ban.
Viper Bane as well. They'll get rid of the Oracle. Let's ban out Morphling. I mean, are they going to respect ban that? Because it looked really, really good. They do actually.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
The Chen. But TNC aren't going to open up with them all.
Radiant team pick.
Could go back for the Venge. I was going to say they could go back for the Enigma. Pick up the Venge here. Like a really, really good support. Well, we've seen the Venge combo with the qualifiers.
10 seconds
just pick up
remaining.
Straight away, but of course, Enigma into eventual
seconds remaining.
Have this swap coming through with Boost through Magic Immunity. Be able to deal with. Pick up that life steal. If they life steal, TNC just shut it down. Pretty confident with. Like we spoke about, both the Venge and Shaman take Roshan very well. They're taking a tower.
10 seconds remaining.
Minus armor.
5 seconds remaining.
A lot of catch on.
Dire team pick. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
So much in the don't pick the good save from someone who's getting shackled. Abaddon, his
Dire team ban.
You don't want to hit the Abaddon through his. Why not now? OD is going to start orb sacks. This is actually a really good OD. Probably Pugna. Both the biggest counters. Pugna, of course. Help deal with
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Very good lane map. Sorry, the Pugna in. Life still in. That Morphling. We saw Morphling, one of the big life stealers. So as soon as you see in the chance.
10 seconds remaining.
If Neon ban the Enigma.
5 seconds remaining.
Really think it's a good match. Venge can push pretty early with Idon's the way. Don't
Radiant
often see.
Pick.
Go and they banned out. Fortunately, we won't have another Enigma. I like to see pick the Pugna already. There's not many counters to the OD, that's the issue. Or the lane matchup with Puck. Good.
10 seconds remaining. 5. Dire team pick.
I've seen teams pick OD save flame. Probably not actually. But there you go, there's a save as well. You're gonna have two saves coming through. Abaddon and the Dazzle. I really like this pickup. There's still flexibility. I mean, both Shaman, Abaddon, Dazzle can be played as a 3. Dazzle can be played as a
10 seconds remaining.
I know Shaman 3. Presuming it will be a Dazzle.
Remaining.
That helps you with save, doesn't help you with lock. So now TNC, they can pick a hero that can push the map right now. Could Weaver, I get very good, and this I still think Darksea would be Darksea with an spirit. Talk the Iron laning stage. It gives him so much damage. Of course, he has multiple Orb of Venom. Really offs him so much. Means you're going to. Yes, he can be.
Radiant team ban.
Pretty long cooldown. Pick a Jug early though. Jug, I think he's going for a blink. Probably a. But I'd like to see Jug go for a blink to cap backline. Not the easy to blow up a Terrorblade throughout the Omnis, especially if
10 seconds remaining.
illusions and
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
at least like we spoke about. I mean, Neon, they're already lacking lockdown. Without any magic immunity. I think if you're TNC, you pick up a Bell was very good against a Terrorblade. You're all
10 seconds remaining.
cycling up the Shaman for the troll, then that means
5 seconds remaining.
I think Brood would be crazy good for all the side of Neon. Presume they're looking for their mid laner. Dazzle go OD mid. It could be okay. Pick a Dazzle.
Dire team pick.
Dazzle's going to be Beastmaster. Then pick
10 seconds remaining.
did get a
5 seconds
lucky
remaining.
shot, crazy good against Silence. Puck probably would have been one of the best off. Really thinking Brew. Dentor is kind of a hero that's fallen.
Radiant team pick. Brewmaster.
You say two heroes and then you have to just think about them like. I actually think I'd be Dazzle mid against the OD.
10 seconds remaining.
They pay themselves.
5 seconds remaining.
Side hunt off, but you're going to OD, so you just food for the orb. Some way to start fights. Like, they have no way to start fights right now at all. It's either the Shaman has to get a blink.
Choose your hero.
They Earth doesn't give you lockdown. It's a good matchup versus the Jug or the Brewmaster, whichever way you look at it. Alright, that should be good. Mic should be working now. It's frozen for me on screen, but anyway, I really like TNC's lineup. They deal with the Terrorblade well. They still don't have a lot of lockdown for the Terrorblade. I think the thing is they need to deal with the Dazzle. They need to kill Dazzle, which is a lot of their save. Like I said, Abaddon's save isn't the greatest. It's really going to come down to the Dazzle with the Grave being able to keep him alive. Rappy should have a pretty clean though, whether he's up against the Jug or the Brewmaster. At least this Ursa game's not going to get kited as much. I mean, it is a different team playing it, but this Ursa's not going to get kited around a whole lot unless Cuckoo solely focuses the Cyclone on the Ursa, which is possible. I think the plan is if Jug goes like a Maelstrom, Manta, Mjolnir into a Blink to catch the backline, and if he can deal with the Dazzle, then Brew either deals with the Shaman or the Ursa. Underway, game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure we have the observe and working. There we go. Tips coming through already, and the pulse. That's a good way to start. Whoa. But already, like we said, I mean, where is Ursa going? He's going to this top side, so they are going to put him up against the Jug. They might try to get first blood, seeing as how Armel's positioning. He can still run back to mid lane, it depends. They do have pretty good first blood potential here. I mean, Armel runs around, sets up with that Astral, easy roll, and then you follow up with the Magic Missile as well. So Cuckoo will be going up against Turbo. It's going to be a pretty good matchup. I wonder if we'll have another tri-lane like we saw last game. I believe it's... I mean, it's a very good favorable matchup for Cuckoo here, if he is solo versus Terrorblade. He'll probably have to play a passive until Metamorphosis is on cooldown, and then he'll be able to, you know, stay in the lane a lot easier. But once Cuckoo hits 6, that is a big timing for TNC. We'll probably see a rotation from him wrapping underneath, so underneath behind the tier 1 tower, and trying to find the Dazzle upon mid. But I actually haven't seen a Dazzle D match. This could be interesting to see how it works out. But here we go. Can they... Is there much potential? I mean, you've got a Shaman and an Abaddon. You can actually run them over here. They're going to try and contend that and play up. Chuck up the start here. Rappy will be able to block roll and play from the Ursa. Trade some right clicks through with that. The shot. JL is going to rotate through as well. Who gets a bounty rune, however. Looks like we'll be able to pick that one up. There's still man fighting for the stuns. Going to connect. They have that Blade Fury. Do they have enough damage over 4? Shaman can fly. We'll be able to roll off as well. They'll fight. Looks like both teams just running a lot of damage. All that sustain coming through. TNC do pick up 2. Neon the other 2 up as well. Last game we had 4. This game it won't be the same case. So 2 apiece early on. And this is the lane we are going to keep our eye on. All the aggression, I imagine, will be at the top side. There could be some solo kill potential coming through mid. Of course, with the, you know, with that Shadow Poison. The Poison Touch, apologies. Oh, I need to get off that. Oops. Play hard. Do they have an Orb of Venom? No. So, usually when you see an Orb of Venom picked up on the Earth Spirit, that means he's going to be roaming around a lot. But with the Stout Shield, he's going to want to try and stay in lane. Trade some harass here. Doesn't really want to leave. Although there is potential with the Astral set up mid, so that's interesting to think about. But I guess you can't really leave this Jug in a try matchup. That would be pretty rough. You see, how's he going down? But 2-0 compared to the 5-0. Scatterlish only got 5 last hits with the Metamorphosis. Maybe popped it for the bounty rune just to pressure back Cuckoo. But like we spoke about, Cuckoo's going to be able to play pretty aggressive now. That Quelling Blade, what's that? They both have this. Oh, never mind. Terrorblade doesn't have a Quelling Blade just yet. But they both have the same base damage. Just comes down to who has the better attack animation to get these last hits. Mid lane armor. It's on right though. We often see OPs have pretty high numbers in the denies just because they're able to manipulate that creep wave. And why that is because you have the Astral. And not really the creep wave, but manipulate, you know, the other mid lane. You put them under, makes it very easy to go for the denies. Even the last hits as well. But here we go. We are actually going to see Tim's rotating through with the invis. I don't think it got scouted out. Mark may have seen the rune, but they don't have any vision in the area. So he's going to make a long wraparound. Might even go bot as well here. Cuckoo 3. And it's going to be a pretty hard dive underneath the tower. I mean, JL, he's got a TP. Where's Mr. Play Hard? He's got a TP as well. So, I mean, the benefit is about to be in second. Very for two. You might try and chip him down. And like, I was having actually a pretty good time mid. You see the level comparison here, already 4 compared to Mark being. I mean, he's about to hit 4, but he's not yet, and that's really coming through with the 5 denies compared to that 1. Of course, I imagine OD, a majority of the denies would have been on the range creeps. That's when you really see a lot of players start prioritizing their abilities on the range creep, just because of how much gold it actually gives compared to melee creeps. Magic top, they will have the blade through JL. Don't think he's going to be able to escape this one. And it looks like Gabby is going to pick up first blood once again, like the first game. They're able to bring down JL. Goes for the deny on the creeps with that miscoil, but I'm just amount of more behind the base. Actually, 8 level. I mean, was 14 armor at that time of the game, but 8 new. Imagine this back and here. They're gonna get the roll. Will get stuck. Does, however, Rappy can't block this one again. Play hard won't fall. Now they'll try and turn their attention here. Just a little bit of chip damage here. You saw Rappy try and blodge the block the roll. Blodge the roll. You saw Rappy try and block that roll, but I think if he blocked, he probably would have died there, just considering being on top of the blade fury, which is level 3. Sorry, level 2. Gabby's level 3. Tim's is actually making movements around the map, which he wasn't going to, but I guess once he forced that rotation from the Abaddon down to the bot lane, then it left top pretty free. And he's got boots as well. So he's going to be able to move around more Armel if any rotations come through. You have the banner in Zo. Tim's going to run straight to play hard here. Rappy on the low ground. Gabby's ready, waiting though, but there is a level. Nice shackles, however. Will hold him in place, will be enough damage, however. One behind click afterwards, but they will get the magic so now with the blade fury. The kick so is going to be there. Rappy, they should be able to chase it down here, and they might turn their attention to play hard here. The back will still cool down. Gabby's just going to chase him down. Looks like they don't want to dive. They don't see the other support of JL. Looks like he got the rune down bot, the double damage rune picked up, and he actually put a deep water around this tri-camp. So we see this often. I mean, OD is just falling back to the jungle and farming up with Arcane Orb stacks and the Astral. Of course, Armel isn't high enough level. He might go for a solo kill mid. The Arcane Orb stacks will be enough. Probably needs one more. He's going to drop the hammer, but Mark will be fine. Doesn't have a point in the grave, and Armel doesn't get that kill. Now he's got to be careful with turn potential. Does have the mango available with the poison touch. But Mark survives. We see this often on ODs trying to get a outplay in lane with an early point in. Once again, some more aggression at this top side. Smoke on the back, hit the blade. Happy moves pretty fast with a fake boot. It's going to dodge the roll, they play hard. 2 points to the shackles. Can he get it on Gabby? However, they're going to turn their attention to the Vengeful Spirit here. They'll have the kick, really won't be able to keep the Venge alive. However, JL will pick that one up. So 2 for 1 in the kill count. And early on. And how's bot going? That's alright. I mean, we spoke about this, that Terrorblade should be able to free farm, but the Brewmaster's going to get a out of this lane. I can't turn my Ubisoft stuff because it's coming from Steam. I apologize, guys, with the notifications, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my god. Kuki's just gonna pull the wave. They might try and contest this tower. It's not the 10-minute mark though. So that's often when you see these tower pushes coming through at 10 minutes. Be interesting to see if they try and shaman that level, the tome at the 10-minute mark, just so if they can get the push coming through with the siege wave and the serpent wards, they might be able to take an early tower and even pressure this mid lane. So it will be interesting to see if Neon give it a hard bid. Tins might be in a situation. He's got that kick into the roll, but the shackles from afar. Play hard, gonna be able to lock him in place. And Terrorblade claims that kill. The it's a long enough duration to hold him in. It's a nice find for them. Kill count is even now. You see, I thought this Daz was really going to be able to pressure out Armel in this mid lane, but he's having a great time. 50 and 27. Look at the denies, man. That's crazy. Level 7. Where is the Dazzle? Level 6. That's thanks to all the denies that he's got coming through in the laning stage, but see, he does have a haster and he might be able to make a play with this. I mean, there we go. It's going to run straight top, and that's the power of having observe wards around these runes. Has that ultimate up in around 10 seconds here, but will it be enough? Rappy's still not level 6, so Rage. But it looks like he will be able to sidestep this. Had the observe ward on the high ground, so we'll be able to find the Ursula. They'll be fine, but in the meantime, they're putting pressure on the bot lane Cuckoo. There's that level 6, so the ultimate coming through. They're not going to go mid with it. Instead, they'll try and pressure up this tower. JL will get 1-2 points. Then call it.
The direst elements are pelting Radiant's tower.
As well, escape. How that lane is forcing not to leave this lane. They just can't stay there. But this is okay for the Terrorblade because of how much base armor he has, and we see this often. Terrorblades rotating very early to the jungle. You have the illusions to tank up the jungle creeps, and also that armor. It means you don't have to really use a lot of your gold on sustain, which is a key thing. And not to mention as well, with the metamorphosis, I mean, you hit able to work about
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
With that temp one half will give him the time though. This will be a big time for them, but that's the thing. I mean, if they go for a push here, TNC, they can definitely fight this because they still have not used the Bruce Split, and Cuckoo, he's already got the Vlads. So the aura coming through is going to give TNC a fair bit of armor to hold out against this early, you know, Dazzle levels coming. Of course, that bad Juju with the armor reduction. He's got a medallion as well. So this Vlad's aura is actually going to be super key in taking these early team fights. But you see that Neon are quite content with just giving some time for the Terrorblade. They're going to keep him in the jungle. See the Shaman. Where's the tome? There we go. He has got it. It's about to hit 6. Probably from this is good for that for Bruce, but Cuckoo will get it out. However, no ward. That's sorry. There is a ward that spotted him. The Astral. Is it on an? Sorry, I thought it was on an enemy. I wasn't watching. I was trying to check the observer. I mean, it looks like Neon's actually pushing the top side. In the meantime, TNC, they're going down the mid lane. They will both top with the Bruce Split. They're going to try and defend this, but will get the Shackles from afar. They have the healing ward. Rappy's going to be able to deal with this though, and with the Omni Slash, they're going to think about fighting. The stun leads into the roll. It'll control up, play hard. He's going to end up falling here. And Armel, he also catches another one. It is Marky Mark. Dazzle doesn't have a point at the ground to the Cuckoo. And now they don't have the siege wave, but we can still push this out with the Vlads. Very nice play coming from them, and like we spoke about, I mean, TNC, they push it out bot tower. If they forced the fight with that Bruce Split, they were probably going to win it, considering there wasn't any Super Mort or Neon didn't have their ultimates beforehand, and they're going to keep looking for kills here. JL, with the drums, movement speed, and the phase boots. Gabby, can he get in range? Without that ultimate, the borrowed time, but Scatterlicious is going to be here. It's going to cut image to tank the Omni Slash nicely. The deny is Gabby. Abby.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We gotta get the Hex off the hip. With Garrett, they're gonna try and cut through, but it looks like with the shackles, it will hold in place here. So now Appy's gonna chase for more with the enrage. No, it's that Astral if need be. AO's in the area as well. They do have to be careful. They'll be fine. So they get the tier 1 tower. They're gonna go Roshan with Metamorphosis. I mean, it's about to expire. You do have this Ursa with 3 points in the Fury Swipes, and with the minus armor coming through from the Medallion, this is hard to do. Bruce Split won't be up, however, in time. And yeah, Neon, they're going to disengage here. TNC rotating. But yet to have the second point up ultimate, and still only one in the Arcane Orb stacks. He went for the 3 nulls this game. Interesting. I guess the stats just from Neon running them down. There you go. Tim's going for a veil. I think a 4-star would be pretty good this game, kiting out, because you can imagine Terrorblade's going to go for a Skadi, so he'll have the reflection slow, and also that Skadi slow as well, and 4-star just one of the best items at kiting out the Ursa, and also not to mention Shackle's just pushing them away. So there are ways to deal with the Ursa this game, and also the minimal lockdown that Neon have. I think Brewmaster is probably going to be forced to go for a Lotus this game, because once TNC run up the high ground here, it's going to be hard to kill the Jug. No magic immunity lockdown, and also if there's a Lotus on top of him here, play hard. Can he get the Hex off in time? Gabby? He's going to just go for the spin TP out, play hard. Just the reactions are not there. Juggernaut will make it out. Survives another day here. You see, with that space, they're going to try and pressure the mid lane here, but TNC really having a rough time at doing this. But JL, enough is enough. He's going to be able to deny this one. AO goes pump fakes that swap. He really wanted it. Really wanted it. But we briefly spoke about just the power of Neon now to take Roshan with the Serpent Wards, Ursa, and also the minus arm going through from the Dazzle Medallion. But not to mention, going to the awesome.
Cover your eyes. Dire's bottom tower is taken. Dire's structures are fortified.
Get all the heck out of me. Blame the Bruce, but Tim's gonna get us survive. No, I mean, considering that's a mid lane here, that's a position 2 for support. Mel's got to be careful though with his positioning here. They're going to get the Hex can. They get in range for the Shackles. He just dropped a hammer here. Play hard. Gets obliterated now. Mel, he'll be fine. So they lose the tower, but Mel with the Arcane Orb stacks absolutely melts through the Shaman. It was only 4 stacks, but that's enough, I guess, to bring him down here. He might be able to farm up the Serpent Wards. They have expired here, top lane. Rappy gets pretty aggressive here. And they have the Killing Ward. Rappy's going to be forced to pop the Rage. JL will rotate in just in time here. And with the heals and potential coming through of the shield, TNC will disengage here. Over the boundary and supply. Two apiece, I believe. Yep, 2 apiece once again. It is a 2k gold net worth lead though, for the side of TNC. They got the X as well. I mean, considering Terrorblade's just been stuck in the jungle. Where is my Hex? Does get the invis room, so he's gonna be fine. Where is my items? Okay, I need to find out if I feel sorry, chat. Scatterwish doesn't have this ultimate from Cuckoo. He's going to try and chase him down. Pump fakes the Sunder. He will be fine. Meanwhile, pushing this bot lane. They're going to try and bait here. Cuckoo with his heads that are just playing around with the Terrorblade here. Will we see Tip create that tension coming from? I mean, they're already a game down. Hey, the Tip coming through Cuckoo. Now, this would be big though. Terrorblade coming back with a solo kill. That would be tip worthy then, but TNC, they're going to smoke up. Imagine they'll run straight to the bot lane, considering it is getting pressured out here. Although they do see Terrorblade mid. Smoke will pop. Sorry, it's Mark instead. Can't get him range. Swap out. They'll chuck him straight back. The Silence is there. So can't grave off him. Time. Have enough damage. And I'm happy. He's got to be careful. The magic missile. They will drop the observability on the backline though. They're going to try and disengage here. And looks like Cuckoo. Can he get on top of them? We'll get the stop. Abaddon's going to get brought down here instead. So it's two dead on the side of Raiders. Right down. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm just going to look at the fog. Oh no. They have the drones for the move. Catalyst just going to get scouted out as well with the magic missile. It's an illusion. They're going to get the silence there. Dude, they have the ultimate, however, is going to think about turning, but no mana. The arcane orb sack just bringing down his mana. Mel. Even without the ultimate, doesn't matter. I guess it's the Terrorblade's low mana, and that's... We often see heroes actually picking up magic wands against people that burn mana. Examples of this is the anti-mage and also that OD as well, because you reduce the intel that you have. I honestly think if he has magic wand there, he's able to get enough mana off and maybe survive with the Sunder. Although I don't... Neon, I don't think they had any teammates in the area. But I mean, it's up to a 4k gold net worth lead now, and they were able to take the tier 2 tower. And meanwhile, Gabby's going to be able to take tier 1 as well. I mean, he's got the healing ward, and this is really big for TNC. There's a lot of map control. So now Roche is going to get even easier for them to take. You do have Metamorphosis though, so it might be hard for TNC to take this. Although if they scout out the DD, I think they just run straight in there, knowing that there are a few ultis on cooldown. The Serpent Ward, for example. But as of right now, I mean, things are going really good for TNC. Juggernaut, okay, so he's not going for a Maelstrom or even a Mjolnir, which I thought he might against the Terrorblade just because of the illusions. But I guess you have the Outward Devour to deal with the illusions with the Splash and also the ultimate. So he's going to go for the Diffusal Blade. Another way we spoke about, I mean, mana burn against heroes that need, you know, mana to survive, like i.e. Thunder, Blink from an anti-mage, you know, Quad Blink, etc. These are big things, and I actually think Terrorblade is gonna have to put a magic wand in either the Wraith Band. You got to get rid of one of these, I believe. But this Diffusal Blade's not only just for the mana burn to stop the Thunder coming through, but it is very, very good at kiting out the Ursa. They have, like I said early on, the Astral, the Yule Scepter as well, and also the Swap Vengeful Spirit. It's going to be able to keep someone alive throughout this. So I really do like this pickup as well. And it just means you can send illusions when you run high ground. You just send illusions out to burn some mana from the supports. Mark will be going for the Greaves though. Good at purging off the silence from the Earth Spirit. Some sustain as well. Not many things you can purge off this game. Silence is one, however. It's pretty good considering, but they are going to sit on the high ground here. Rap, he's got to be careful with the Observe Ward from Dire. They scout him out. Tim's might just find play hard. They drop the Sentry just out of range, however. Armel's going to leap forward here. JL spinning the trees. They'll get the roll. The silence is there as well. Cuckoo's team on the backline. He doesn't have the ultimate. They drop the hammer. Shaman once again obliterated. And then the Astral's just going to control up the Ursula. So the Enrage completely useless. Rappy brought down and now on the backline as well. Gabby, he's going to try and find JL here. He's got that bow time. They'll swap him back and look at the body blocks. Gabby just holding the Abaddon in place. Meanwhile, Armel stacking up these arcane orbs. And the Astral should be able to finish him out here. Mark, don't think he'll be able to keep him alive here. Not enough time to get the Grave off with the damage coming. That's a triple kill now for the OD. And make that Roshan as well. Believe two at the DD actually. I just swear I saw a double damage rune. Cuckoo bottled it. That's it. And yeah, easy Roshan for them. I mean, they use Magnetize. They didn't use Magnetize. They used Swap and the ultimate from the OD. So even if the fight occurs, you can have the Omni Slash, Brewmaster ultis about to be up as well. So this still a really good fight to see and see if it actually does get contested. You see Smoke will come through, Neon just aren't going to get there in time. And this ward's still there. I mean, if they scout out here, this could just be a full lane of racks here. They do have glyphs, however. They're going to run down. They'll try and find the Juggernaut instead. Oh. we spoke about this, but like, yeah, they're lacking just a lot of initiation. I mean, Ursa doesn't have a blink yet, and even without a basher, how do you control Gabby? You're really reliant on the shaman, who, speaking about it, I mean, can they get in range? He doesn't have Aether yet. Play hard. Will be able to get the hex. Can he get in range for the shackles? And no, Gabby survives, and they're in a horrible spot now. That could observe ward on the high ground here. AO's going to TP in, and it looks like he'll just die as fast as he TP'd in. And now Gabby, they're going to try and push for more. Here's Cyclone. Will chuck out the Ursa here. They're going to get the stun on the Abaddon as well. They're all 4, but they'll get the kick slow. Who are they going to try and initiate forward on? Looks like he should play hard. They'll bring him down. The Magnetize as well. Once again, another Cyclone perfectly controlling up this Ursa. The roll forward. Dazzle. They need to bring him down before he gets the grab. He's going to go for the TPR. Can they cancel this, however? And looks like Mark unable to get it out in time, so he will get brought down. Now the Astral play. Rappy is going to go for his own TP. Will be fine. More Arcane Orb sacks, but it looks like there won't be a fight in the near future. A 2 for 1. Pretty good for TNC considering, I mean, you're running up high ground. Avenge is always going to die there. I mean, you led first into the team with a ward on the high ground. You're fine with that. You give a lot of vision. They waste some abilities, key abilities as well, like a rage survivability, and he locked down the shaman had as well. But you just see that we saw how poor of an attempt it was to try and find this Juggernaut, like, without the lockdown and play hard without this 8th lens. You can't start fights, and instead Cuckoo is going to be the one blinking forward. They'll drop the Serpent Wards. Will be able to run straight through, however. Now play hard. Well, Serpent Wards all for naught. He's going to get brought down here, and Unstoppable before it looks like they're going to try and take the fight here. Rappy has that blink freshly picked up here. They're going to get the reflection slow. Is level 3. With that Astral, holds Rappy back, and now a buyback, and you don't get anything out of it here. Instead, they're just going to smoke up straight away. I mean, Magnetize is about to be up. You do have Bruce Split coming up in 30. Omni Slash is down as well, but with the Aegis, they just want to continuously run at Neon here. They're going to have it for another 2 minutes 30. This is go time for them. Who are they going to be able to find? They still have this lane war that hasn't been dealt with. They'll see the Courier as well. Smoke and Sentry. They're going to get the Astral play hard on the high ground here on the backline though. Rappy will run forward. They're going to pop the BKB. They'll try and turn their attention to the Shaman. That's all they're left. And he will get brought down. The Grave will keep Mark alive, however. But he's going to end up falling as well. Remember, that's a buyback death timer for the Shaman. And now the roll forward Tins is going to let the rest of Neon get away here. Stun off the Mark. A sidestep from the Abaddon here. But Tins, of course, is about to have a slow. Without the stones, however, unable to get in range, is going to kick forward Cuckoo, just stack up these arcanes, and now JL eventually falls. Oh no, look at the damage, 64 stacks, but he's got no mana because the Equilibrium was on cooldown, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 dead on the side of Neon, make it a 10k gold net worth lead as well, and here come the voice lines. TNC are feeling pretty confident right now. Not much of it, I mean, I was going to say not much of a gold swing, but it only showed the Abaddon dying there, but we did know it was 3 dead. That's it. Never mind, I won't bring that up. That was all without the Bruce Split, and they can still think about walking down, because you got to remember, I mean, you have the swap save, you have the Astral save if it's on Jug, and he's also going to have this Healing Ward as well. It's just so hard for him to actually die. They are not with the Juggernaut. So if Neon do get aggressive here, but it's similar to what we saw first game. The way to start these fights, Mark has got no items as well, just as poor as the Ursa. And look, 3 of the 4 net worth is all from TNC cores. And the Jug Brewmaster just right behind the Terrorblade, and that's really good considering Terrorblade is one of the best farming cores, because you have the illusions, you can farm multiple lanes at once. And Jug, he didn't go for, you know, a Maelstrom or a Battle Fury this game. So him being this close to the Terrorblade is really, really good considering, I mean, look at the lost hits disparity here, 235 the Terrorblade, 173 on the Jug. But of course that is, he's 4-0 and 3 compared to 2-1-0. But Terrorblade, he's got the big B now finished. Will it be enough though to keep him alive? That is the question. JL just sitting right on top of him here. Armel, Arcane Orb sacks have expired here. They'll get the Astral. They're going to need the lockdown before he gets big hit. Finishing down the knock into time, however. Going to go potentially for the TPR, but it is still on cooldown here. TP is going to be coming through. They have the Shrine, and the Bruce Split will get popped here. But now with the BKB, it's about to expire. Now we've got the Metamorphosis here. It's going to turn it. They get the Hex. Can they block this Earth Spirit here? A nice swap, but it looks like the Vengeful Turret is going to trade his life for it now. I'm not taking a bunch of damage. He doesn't have the ultimate. He's going to fall as well. So it's 2 dead from TNC. And once again, like last game, Neon taking very good fight around this 24-minute mark. And now they get the Hex. Cuckoo. They'll cancel off the blink. Shackles in there. It's going to be another kill for them. And meanwhile, Rappy on the backline here. Can he actually get away? They'll just constantly keep the damage. It's a triple kill for the Terrorblade. Very good fight for the side of Neon. They're unable to find the Terrorblade, and that was the BKB timing. That 10-second duration on top of the Shrine. Placed just at the start of the fight. Very nicely played from Neon. Take a look, a little swing there. I mean, it was probably about 12k. It's down to 10k now. So we're probably about 80%. But like we saw last game, I mean, how Neon took this, got 4 kills around the top shrine. It's kind of, it was around the similar timing as this game. Neon trying to put the pedal on the metal here with Terrorblade getting these items up to the top of the net worth now. And we just didn't see that ultimate come through for Armel. It was still on cooldown when they made the smoke. But we'll be going for the Hex. I really like this pickup. Recognizing if he can blink forward, Hex the Terrorblade, then they might just be able to burst him down with a few arcane orbs stacked, and then that ultimate. Another thing we spoke about, Gabby will be going for a blink. Really going to prioritize these backlines here, just to save to protect the Terrorblade. We see these often, just teams drafting, saving for a Terrorblade to protect him, allow him to get that Sunder off. Because it means he can go more greedy items. Like, I mean, in this game he went the man to BKB, so I guess that's not the case. But some games it does allow them, if you have multiple saves, for a Terrorblade not to go, you know, like this BKB and go more of a damage route. That's not the case this game though. But they will try and get aggressive. They're going to smoke up Rappy, so hasn't finished anything after the Blink Dagger. We'll be working on the Basher though, and they really need this to try and burst heroes down on the side of TNC. Armel is showing mid, however, and they have a really good wall on the high ground. I'd like to see Neon actually sit on the high ground and see if TNC want to run into them instead. They'll wrap on the backline here. They're going to drop the triple ball forward. They will be able to stop the shackle here. Armel, can he get away? They're going to get swallowed the BKB, but he goes an Astral in time. The pause comes through. Oh no. Just the Astral wasn't there. A good attempt on the swap, but of course not max level, so the cast range not at the 1000 mark. I mean, Vengeful Spirit may have actually been able to keep this OD alive. He does have buyback. He does have buyback if he wants to join the fight here. But with BKB down, what have they really used on Radiant? I mean, the Morphosis isn't even up yet. They use Serpent Wards. That's pretty big. And a lot of lockdown from Shaman is down as well. But here we go. Looks like he's probably end up falling straight away afterwards as well. Roll. Tims will be able to escape here. So another good fight coming through. Potentially, or even maybe high ground, considering it didn't even use Metamorphosis for that. The walk straight up here, they might try and force the buyback coming through from the OD. And there's a really good wave clear actually coming out from TNC. How can you hold a high ground push? If you can, Kuku's going to try to delay this with looking forward with the BKB as well. The battle, they really don't want to keep this tier 3 up. BKB from Scout, let's just go for the TP up. Looks like KO with a borrowed time. Can he get away as well? Do they have a stun? There's no way, or everyone gets away. Okay, they do catch play hard here. At least they're going to get one person. But that is the Shaman support, and the OT brought back that. That is now, what is it, Brew split down. BKB reduced cooldown as well. Now with Shaman being up in a minute, I mean, look at us ultimate for rapid. Slowly starting to nicely played. Ursa survives here. Space though, able to get some deep vision. Roshan's about to be up as well. Got 10 seconds, but look, bot lane, very well pushed in. Mid as well. Power of the Terrorblade. They're going to walk inside Roche. Doesn't get scouted out. And they're going to pull as well. Got to be careful because they're still in the area. And I actually have another observer ward, so JL will get scouted out here. But they are instantly de-ward that with the sentry. Sitting in the trees. Kuku's going to blink forward. They will find play hard. The Shrine is there. Can he... Looks like they won't be able to get the Grave in time. Shrine doesn't keep him alive either. Back off here. So Omni Slash down. And it's with the Dazzle not being there to keep him alive. They didn't have the Greaves in the area as well. That's probably going to be Roshan. Want to buy back for it though. EKB on Kuku is down, but at least are about to get the Bruce split. They get the second observer as well, so now TNC only have this one around the mid lane. It's going to buy back, and they will force out here Reflection. Good amount of chip damage here. Mark can he range for any follow-up power though. But looks like now Neon want to try and force the aggression here. They're going to go right away to blink forward. Going straight on the backline here. They find play hard. There's a lot of their lockdown. They're going to roll on the backline here. They have the circle once rapid. Trying to find Tim's with the blade. He'll be Astral. Will hold him in place. Going to pop the Metamorphosis here. They'll beat AO here. And they will find Tim's instead. The raid brings him down. He's going to Bruce on the backline. And will control the Abaddons. And they're not going to get the save coming through. And that heal. They're going to try and catch him. BKB. Mel. He still has that ultimate stacking up. The Arcane Orb. So be able to blow up the Shaman. Dead once again in the Terrorblade. He gets a grave. This Thunder. It's still available. Dire, they're going to be careful here. The roll 4 Tim's going to find them here. Another Sunder. And has been used. Kuku with the blink. Damage.
Dazzle.
There's a board on the high ground. They will escape, however. Blinks in the river. So no one yet has taken Roche. They're going to go straight back in the Terror. Thank you for that minus armor. How did you actually take this though with the ultimates on cooldown? Yes, you don't have Metamorphoses, but you can, I believe, force this. Just keep another way. Yes, it is. Only way to scout out AO might be a situation though. Magic though. Rappy just going to keep contesting him here. They will get the swap. The Fusel Blade. Only up here, the Rage will purge it off. Meantime though, Roshan's just getting body key. Vengeful Spirit, another Sun. They'll have the heal. Will be able to tell one more right click, and down he goes. In the meantime, space for the boys inside the pit. It's just one forward. Kuku, can he get it? He's got the big speed, and he's got a sight. Kuku him, but he's on top of the rest of the Radiant squad here. Does he have any fall? Oh, gap to the higher. Omni Slash. They're on cooldown. Look like they burst it down the Ultra and send this to get the Shadow. Mel does to the Astral. They're going to try and turn their attention to play hard. Will drop the Serpent Lord. Now it's the OD down. They're going to get the Aegis respawn as well. Gabby with that blade through, but Shadowlicious just doesn't care. He's got the cheese as well. Gabby's got to get away. Can they fall off? We'll be fine. Happy Bird's pretty fast. There's actually hate not playing hard. I think about diving him in. Gabby should be fine. Super Ward's on cooldown, and they'll go down. Not getting the Mark with the saves, JL with the saves as well. Delicious just is not come through.
Tower is under attack. I find myself saying, for no reason at all, Dire's middle tower has fallen. Oh, please. There's a good reason to say this.
Potentially making more of the Shackles. Gabby, where's the save? They will have the swap, but it's still the Shackles is going. The Juggernaut, he doesn't have to play through yet. He's going to be able to get it off, and he will be fine. But they are very deep now, Neon. They've got to disengage. We'll pick the full lane of Rax and get out of here now. But it's a one kick. The Vince pushed in though. Body's taking a beat. And top is about to as well. But all of a sudden, look at the swing. from what a 5k beforehand. Fight recap doesn't show much just because of how long that fight was going for. And now you will have the experience as well. 5k. He absolutely hates playing against evasion because a lot of your damage is reliant on actually hitting people and getting the arcane orb stacks. Of course, it's definitely get, and so with the Senator's Eclipse as well. So having to deal with evasion is a very big issue, and you often don't build MKBs on the OD. You love mobility, survivability as well, and also, you know, control, because you don't have any of that. Is he going for a hex? There you go. We're speaking about mobility, survivability, and control as well. All right there. The Shiva is going to keep him alive as well through the physical damage that Radiant have. Of course, we'll kind of deal with the illusions. But in the meantime, we have a little bit of a break coming through. Neon have definitely brought this one back. I mean, we've got Cheese in hands of the Terrorblade. I think the next Roshan is going to be big timing for both teams. That refresh all we saw it last game with the Enigma, just getting the double black hole off, even though it wasn't the biggest ones, but just the key ult that's being used. Cuckoo's actually going for a Radiance as well. So even the mischance for the Radiant side, and also not to mention stopping some of the blinks coming through. I mean, Play Hard's going for his own wrap. Is the only one as of right now, but they're going to wrap around here. Smoke will get popped. Drop the Observer. Very nice position here. Cuckoo's going to blink on the backline. They'll get the magic missile. Abaddon obliterated here, and now they're going to try and turn it to Tim's with the backs there. Scatterless just still beating to all of them though in the Bruce split. It's going to control Cuckoo. Can he get him away? It looks like they won't be able to deal with all of them. The Hex on the backline. Blade Fury is still up. They're going to have to blink as well. And Armel's another kill for them, and it looks like Neon, they need to try and disengage here. They're slowly getting chipped into here. It's still in the air. Oh, they drop the hammer mark, gets the BKB off, and but it's going to be able to find it. Looks like he still has Sunder for the Silence. Is there? Oh no, man finding it's 4 dead. It's all up to the but the tree's down. It's going to end up falling. He doesn't get the Sunder off. TNC take the fight. Very nicely played from them. They wrap all the way around with the vision, able to catch the backline. And this is a thing. I mean, you have, if you find the Shaman, where is the lockdown coming through? You get the Shaman, you force Dazzle to use his survivability on himself. It means that the Terrorblade can get controlled and stop from chucking up that Sunder. Just really good prioritization coming through from TNC, focusing the rest of the supports and the key heroes on the side of Radiant, and they're going to be the ones going high gun now. Gabby actually will be going back for the Mjolnir, so we spoke about this earlier, trying to deal with the Terrorblade illusions. It's also very good considering a majority of the damage coming through from Neon is right click, so that active procs coming through will deal a lot of damage throughout these fights. But there you go, TNT, they hit back.
Under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen. You heard it here first. Radiant's bottom barracks just below. They found the button. Radiant structures have been fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. The storm
with those phase boots and the Blade Fury, no way to follow up here. So a full lane of racks and another tier 3. Now shrines are available, and this top shrine is the most important one, being allowing to rotate across the map and also around Roshan to defend it or even sneak it as well. But Neon, they want to try and take the fight with the ultimate still on cooldown. I mean, Arcane Orb the only one, They see the mid, however, this big kill if they can get Cuckoo. He's going to lead with the Hex. Oh, then Bash is coming through. Armo is going to save another roll forward. And will connect on the Shaman. They got the Metamorphosis here. Now blink away. Cuckoo, he gets to go to North. He's going to be fine here. And now Scatalicious with the BKB. It's going to expire here. So they can cyclone him up. They can be able to control the turbo. And instead, they get the Hex. The Omnistouch as well with the fall. But it's there. They haven't dealt with the save. They're going to go for the Astral. Will he pop afterwards? They have no save. With the Astral use. And the heal won't be coming through. OD does get bursted down, however. Rappy look forward. Look at the east, however. Cuckoo's still man fighting though. He will have kill Mark. Another hit with cooldown reduction. Now Gabby is just going hand through team at the buyback. Come. Here, Tim's. He finds Cuckoo. A lot of buybacks coming through there. Big fight. A 3k gold swing for the side of Neon. I mean, the buyback on both the Venge and the OD. Terrorblade was forced to buy back that fight, however. Get more out of this. I mean, with Roshan not up, maybe a fast spawn. Will it though? That is the question. Ooh, this is big as well. Refresher shard. 30 seconds. Unlucky boys, because your base is taking a beating as well. Tier 4s are about to be under threat with the effigies falling pretty soon here. You definitely, I mean, you got to deal with this. This is your blockers. Stops the tier 4s and hey, this is unhealable damage, chat. But once again, we spoke about it last game. 40-minute mark, 2 power runes coming through, and straight away, TNC, they'll pick up a DD. Gabby, what can he find with this? We got the first 25 of the game. He does go for the health. Gonna stop him from getting bursted down. Interesting that he doesn't want the damage from the Omni Slash, and you got to think Omni Slash gives you a little bit of survivability as well, because you are immune. Well, invulnerable, I should say. But of course, the health. If he's, he really just needs to survive one lockdown, one like long hex. I was gonna say one long shackles as well, but Shaman isn't 20 yet either. OD's about to hit his as well. Probably goes for the Arcane Orb instill. That would be my guess, but we already see them coming through. What are the buybacks looking like as well? Majority of the cores, they are on cooldown. At least you do have the Jugs has his. They're gonna try. I mean, there you go. Roche is down. I was gonna say they're gonna try and get Roche. They do get Roche. I mean, they take it so fast. Refresher shard now picked up. Who do they give it to? Looks like Terrorblade's a double BKB, double Metamorphosis as well. Not to mention the Sun. This is, I mean, I honestly think who got that refresher shot potentially wins the game. This is key though. Neon don't pick anyone off, so TNC, can they split push the map? They don't have the best heroes to do that, which is the issue. I mean, Cuckoo can with this Radiance. And of course there's a Manta. And is he going Mjolnir? Looks like MKB. No, he's going back for the Mjolnir. No, he sorry, he has MKB finished. Okay, so he's got MKB finished. So Jug still pushes pretty fast with the Manta Illusions. But let's see, like we spoke about Neon, lack and lockdown. Can TNC try and split push these edges out? Or do they want to take a fight? Neon, if they get caught out as well, their strongest run as 5, being all together with the saves. And I love the Ghost Scepter pick up from the Abaddon, recognizing if he can up the instant burst from the damage from the Jug of. And I guess the right clicks as well. OD, the Arcane Orb is pure, but of course you can't hit through the Emerald. So it's actually a very, very good pickup. I wonder if Shaman might even go it himself. Instead, he's going to go for a BKB. We saw this. I think Yapsaw may have been the first few people to actually go for this BKB on the Shaman, because once you hit that level 20 talent, getting the, is it 7.5? Yeah, 7.5 max duration shackles with the BKB. I mean, and TNC know where this without a bash. I guess you do have the swap. Apologies, you have the swap from the Venge. Of course, goes through magic immunity, but it's going to allow play hard to constantly keep the shackles going through. It'll be any more 25s, so none just of yet, but they are playing this very well. TNC pushing out these waves. It's already been a little while. What do we got? Still 2 minutes 45 left on these ages, so almost halfway done. TNC just grouping up together, making sure no one gets picked off here, and anyone that can split push efficiently are. They still have the shrine available though. Do they want to smoke up? They're all grouped up here. Love to see them try and place an observer board around the river and maybe someone bait a smoke. Looks like Cuckoo is already in the position except without the observer board. Recognizing that Neon, and they need to start getting aggressive with his ages. And that's a free life for you. And instead, I mean, eventually when you can't deal with the split push, you just go down a lane. You see that they're going bot. Mid and top aren't pushed in. So the Terrorblade's done a very good job at that. They have a good observer ward as well. Who do they want to jump, however? They're going to get the magic missile. They need it. However, BKB popped on Armel, but he's stacking up these orb stacks. Very big for them. So even though BKB's down, Armel is 25. They're going to get the Hex as well. The Serpent's on high ground. He's going to trap the mid. And Amorphous is going to get the swap. Cuckoo can get the ultimate off. He's going to be 40. But they will be able to vault the Vengeful Spirit. The Shackle's just to hold him in place for a little while longer. The Omni side. And now they will get the Cyclone. Here's the Terrorblade. He takes no damage from it now. The roll forward. They have the great add-ons. Could be fine. Can he heal up through it? And with the shield, they drop the hammer. But Terrorblade, he's still alive. They'll be fine. And it looks like the side of Neon, they want to try and take this fight. Remember, Cuckoo is very low after the boost split here. They're going to get another grave. Sunder is out. Mark with the own BKB, but they will play hard. Now they're just lacking a little bit of damage here. Controlling them through. Go set. They got reinitiated here. Just trying to kite out as much as they can with this Metamorphosis. And looks like Rainy, it's time for them to disengage here. What looked like a crazy good fight for them. Jug just went ham on the backline. And the damage from that ultimate as well from the OD. And you see the damage output. OD 6,600. Cannot, of course, you can't allow him to build these arcane orbs. It's really starting to become an issue. But we saw like that Serpent, that looked like a perfect fight for them. Yes, Dai had very good vision, but they trapped, like, I believe they trapped two in one of the worst spots to be. You just, I wonder if it came down to Terrorblade just missing on the low ground because of, you know, hitting up high ground, of course. I wonder if that could have been the case coming through, and not to mention, I mean, Brewmaster, he's got the Radiance as well for the vision. But at least Ages still in the hand of the Terrorblade. Not going to be for longer though. 5 seconds will expire here. Win probabilities are fluctuating quite heavy though. Another pause. Yikes. That's a yikes from me. Oh, whoa. Whoa. What is going on here, chat? That's not a good sign. I mean, for TNC, I think in an ideal team fight, they need to be blowing. I mean, I'm just messing up my words. They need to be blowing up the Dazzle. We saw that team fight. Mark was able to get 3 graves off. With this bad juju, I mean, what, he's level 21. So the grave cooldown is 9 seconds, considering it's a 5-second duration as well. So a 4-second downtime on the Shallow Grave. Absolutely insane. They need to deal with the Dazzle. That is key from them. I'm kind of surprised Brewmaster cycloned up the Terrorblade as well while the Omni Slash was going on. I don't know if it was allow them for the Omni Slash to deal with the supports. It may not have even had enough damage though to blow up the Terrorblade. I don't think they would have with the Omni, but it could have followed up with if they had any more aggression, because Ursa died very early at the fight. I guess I'm pretty sure the Venge was able to swap him out of position. But they're going to smoke up once again. I mean, still have Refresher Shot. It's in the backpack, though. The Terrorblade going to run straight into the Vengeful Spirit here. Drops the wards. Will be able to get the magic missile. Slows down. Goes AO. AO. Really don't know how to pronounce his name. Always struggle with that one. He's going to get the D ward. One more right click. Oh, feels good, man. Get the sentry as well. How much gold does this give? 30 gold. Okay. But in the meantime, you see, look at the space. Cuckoo pushing in mid. Top's going to get pushed in as well, I imagine. Probably will go to this lane. Any more 25s done? Not as of right. Yeah, they are some pretty big timings considering Terrorblade, if he goes for the 35 Sunder cooldown or the attack range. A probably Sunder cooldown, honestly. But it would be very good at kiting out the Juggernaut here with the attack range and the Scardy Slow. This will be interesting to see what he goes for. He's still a bit away. Do they have a tome, actually? What's on the choreo? Nothing as of yet. We're interested to see who they give the turn to. I mean, it's going to be in about 2 minutes 30, so he should be able to hit the max level by then. Any new items coming through as well. I mean, Rappy, so poor. Look at the net worth, though. Like, constantly throughout this game, TNC have kept all 3 cores in that, you know, 4th position. Sorry, in the top 4, I should say. And they're really showing, man. I mean, Cuckoo's having a pretty good game on this Brewmaster. Somehow he's staying alive throughout all this Splint. They will have that ultimate coming through jail. It's going to be fine. Rappy taking a bunch of damage as well. With the BKB enraged, he escapes. So a lot of aggression over these power runes, and that's what you're going to see. A lot of emphasis on absorbs around the river as well. You already see this dire side, but they will smoke up a little bit of arcane orb sacks. I mean, only 4, so only 1 attack, I suppose. But BKB down, and Rage is about to come back up as well. But the lanes are looking pretty good. I mean, bot's about to get pushed in. Mid is in as well. Top's just an issue though, because they have lost their range racks. But it's still a 10k net worth lead for the side of TNC. Smoke will pop, however. JL just trying to body hit, get as much vision down as he can. And they'll force TNC back, so a little like the first game. I mean, it's definitely closer than the first, but the duration, it's expanding out here. I mean, we're already 49 into the game. And there you go, Terrorblade just hit 25 here. What does he want to go for? That is the question. Really intrigued, actually. Cuckoo. Reflection. Stops a blink. They're going to get the Hex as well. The Metamorphosis is going to come out here. They will be able to bring him down. Didn't pop a point in that 25 talent. Yeah, I'm still making an eye. Rappy. And he finds the Vengeful Spirit here. So it looks like everyone will TP up. So they find Cuckoo here. Metamorphosis is popped, however. He might keep it for the, a team fight, I guess. He's going to have Lincoln's finished. How much is buyback? 90. So he should have enough. Actually, no. He's about to have enough, though. For the Lincoln's and buyback. That is going to be key for them. But, of course, Brewmaster does as well. Roshan is up. Another refresher shot. They still have it on the Terrorblade. I wonder if it'd be better if Shaman goes in this game and tries the rat. Because, I mean, TNC, the supports don't really deal with Megas. You are going to a jug with a Mjolnir, though. That would be pretty hard. How did Neon want to start the fights? I think Brewmaster's key, just because, like, well, they did, like we saw mid, they're going to try and focus the Brew, just because being able to dispel off the bad juju and also deal with the Terrorblade illusions is absolutely team fights, because that is a lot of his damage. Not to mention, I mean, being able to just control someone as well with the Cyclone. I really think that's their focus, being able to either one person, probably Ursa, go for Vengeful Spirits to swap this swap, and another person goes for that Brewmaster. But they're, once again, they're going to be able to take Roshan very fast here. Just so much mana armor coming through. Another Refresher Shard, Cheese, and Ages in the hands of Neon. Still have to worry about bot though. It's been a pretty big issue for a long time now. So Rappy, both Cheeses play hard, gets the other Refresher Shard, and I'm going to imagine Scatterlicious indeed. He does have this Aegis. What did he swap out for the Lincolns though? I guess the Aegis slot is where you put the Lincolns, because you move pretty fast with the... He hasn't picked up a 25 talent yet. I guess he's really he thinks he needs the Sunder coming through, but that's just a bit of extra micro then. But they are pro players for a reason though, I guess. So, and Brew's actually going for the Octarine, so he went for the Primal Split cooldown. It is down 20 seconds. Octarine probably going to knock it down to, what's 40%? Octarine. And knock it down a good amount. That'd be good. Probably about, you know, down to about 17, 16 second cooldown. But in the meantime, they're just going to continuously farm up here. I mean, this game has not been a whole lot of action for a while now. Both teams just trying to find the right pick off here. And you see as the game, you know, starts getting around the 40-minute mark, and as the game, you know, gradually goes later and later, both teams always always stay as 5. There's just, you can't risk someone. You see everyone farms as 5, and that just means that the levels coming out is slower and slower. I mean, we're still starting to see a few more 25s coming through. But still these what the Dazzle and the Shine is pretty far behind. But this is the power, of course, going for that Bruce split cooldown, and also the Octarine next. Cuckoo's just gonna be able to push out the wave with of course he's got the Radiance, and also now this how the Fire Panda gets the permanent inflation, of course the damage per second in the AoE. It's just so good, man. Such a crazy good ability. Trying to look at this actually. Oh, it's duration 20. I saw the 20 duration, chat. Sorry, that's the first. Like, it's right next to the cooldown. My bad. I know they changed it because that's what it used to be beforehand. I was saying, like, hang on, that's something's not adding up here. That Bruce split's a lot longer cooldown than 20 seconds, but I see it now. I see it. There we go. But still, Neon don't feel in a position to be able to push up the map with this Aegis Cheese double refresher shot. I mean, 8k net worth lead for the side of TNC. They even think the win probability is in their favor as well, even considering, I mean, all the additional bonuses that the side of Neon have here. What does Rappy got? He's going for Abyssal Blade, so he's going to try and lock someone down. If he can, like we said, probably going to try and jump the bench. Manny Bash is coming through. Gabby will be fine. He's got the blink up. Jukes out to that east. Cuckoo's going to join them, however, with a Bruce split. In case any more aggression comes, Wave of Terror just to scout up, but they'll be fine. They're really playing the game on the back foot though, TNC, all of a sudden. And I'm surprised considering how much less lockdown that Neon have. They might just blink on the high ground straight away. They drop the Observer. Will get scouted out, however. And with the Bruce split about to expire, they're not going to have it for a while. Gabby will be able to clear that Observer ward. Looks like they're just going to mid. Of course, the full lane of racks down already. They might be able to get this LA racks before they're actually in a position to, because the side of TNC go all the way around. Actually, they're just going T4. So blink on the back line. Ayo is gonna be careful here. Look at the Hex. Scatterlicious is gonna be fine. Keep the glib. Keep the towers. Okay. This is the roll. It won't stop anyone through the BKB. They have the shackles as well. ESPORT's gonna fall. But on the back here, Ursa's gonna be careful here with the rage. They're gonna get the Omnislash as well. Rappy's falling pretty low, and he will enter. But can't pop that second piece of pulse with that cooldown, and now JL, the bow time is still down. Terrorblade getting dealt with here. The Orchid is there, but they have the agent. Another play hard with the BKB. The Hex is there. They're going to get the Astral save. The Shackles will be cancelled out there. In the meantime, and they're clicking Hex is clicking the building. Oops, he's got the ultimate. The hammer gets short. It's a double kill for him. It's going to turn his attention to the keep. It's going to keep him alive. They still haven't dealt with. And the Astral keeps him alive. Can he escape though? The blink's available. He's got reflection on top of him. That'll lose. Now Scatterlicious, he's got to be careful. He's got the refresher shot. Another Your Scepter coming through. Rappy's going to be able to reach on the 5 here. The Radiant base. It's going to be careful here. They're going to get the Hex. Ages. It's been cancelled out now. The Kennedy first is going to go refresher shot. Great Flip Ball is going to turn their attention now. Rappy needs to deal with Armel. And the Bash is there. Gabby's going to be careful here. Cuckoo. Slow it. Don't be this is not done just yet. Armel, Astral keeps him alive here, spinning to the tier 4. One more right click, we'll bring it, giving them a bunch of armor here. One more time, Cuckoo has got the Bruce split in the end, but each of the Bruce splits down, and that means Cuckoo's dead. Make it Gabby as well. He will have buyback. Tim's got to be careful though, and it looks like Neon. Do they want to stay? Metamorphosis, half duration, blink 4, they're going to get straight away with the BKB. It's on cooldown, and it's going to be OD. Down, blink 4, but he doesn't have the ultimate. And he'll
mega kill. Double kill.
And they do. Somebody focusing the agent here, JL. It's going to be careful here. No, 12-8. Okay, all sack, they'll drop the surface as well. Sunder's out Neon. Going to force the game 3 out of this. Insane plays from them coming through once again. A big team fight around this 25-minute mark. Like game 1, they weren't able to capitalize on that advantage, but we saw they were sick of waiting. They wanted to end this game, and they did. The refresher shot with those serpent wards.